Hi guys, we're back, this time with the Ethereum versus the Bitcoin. We're trying to figure out whether the downside trend that was clearly accelerated just lately, just recently, but in the last couple of days seems to be bottoming out. So we're trying to figure out whether this downside trend is over or not. Now, I'm getting these signs that we may be looking at the very beginning of a full-fledged upside reversal on a major scale. So here's the signs that I'm trying to, I'm trying to assess whether they are strong or not. So you remember that on the way down, we were actually trying to find a projection level, key level for the downside move, right? A potential kind of price target on the way down. And we signaled out the previous opposite move, this one. Remember, so I basically I applied a Fibonacci projection analysis on that move, and this was this particular level, the 1618, which is the most important one, by the way, was right here. And at first, it seemed as if price was breaking through, right? So it started to drill below that level, but just for a few days, and then it came back and basically based itself back above that level. So at that point, I thought maybe, just maybe, this was a false breakdown, right? An excess noise on the way down, but basically price did not really broke that level, but was just trying to challenge that level and was failing. So for in order to know whether that was the case, I had to go to a higher time frame and measure up a higher scale close. In this case, this is the monthly close. I mean, this is the highest level of authority, if you will. And you can see what was left here when this month was closing, right? Just we're talking about last month, that was September. So price was clearly breaking through, right? We saw that on a daily chart. But as you can see, it went back, and from a monthly perspective, it just left a spike and closed above that level. Obviously, that is a massive level. The 1.618 Fibonacci projection level. I think it could actually break the downside momentum completely and shift here, push price into shifting, into a new bullish trend. Because what we are missing here in this massive sideways movement that already presents 3 legs, we are missing the 4th leg going all the way back up to the higher section again with the price tag, minimum price tag of 0.1213. That's a massive move, by the way. We're talking about like 400% of potential return in this case. This is huge, right? But we're also talking on the on the grand trend. So the question is, are we about to shift from a downside trend into an upside trend on a major scale here? And I think we have, the very fact that this spike was left here suggests that this may actually be the case. Now, what I would like to see here before I begin to, before I begin to think that the Ethereum is going to take over and outperform the Bitcoin, what I would really like to see is some more sustainability on the upside, right? I want to see price actually break away from that level. That level is, in terms of price tag, it's 0.03363. So we want to see price continues on the upside, basically breaking above 0.04. Once we got that going, as we see price continues to break away from that level, the chance will increase that we are actually looking at a genuine upside reversal, and that would mean that the Ethereum is going to outshine the Bitcoin. That's what it means, and it could be, it could also mean that it could take a long time before this trend is going to go on the downside again. So, we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, that's about that for the Ethereum versus the Bitcoin. We're undecisive yet. We're waiting a little bit further to see clarifications. See you in the next video.